Hello! Cleansing the space. This is a sage bottle, by the way. Pretty cool. Alrighty. Let's tap in. What messages or insight are we going to pick up on tonight? I'm going to ask for a message that resonates and can clarify and is for the good of all of us, for the good of the collective who is picking up on this tonight. I appreciate you, and I hope oof, strength, yup. You know, it's Leo season, by the way. Of course strength is gonna come up. I think strength represents Leo. I think in general, aside from the sun. Oh, she's so fine. She is fine. Should I block it? Here. She is fine. You are fine, collective. As you should feel. Okay? Like, if not physically hot, fine. As in just like, you're fine. You're fine where you're at right now. I feel like there's a very unbothered energy, you know? You are fine and unbothered. Oh my gosh. What is going on? There's two major arcanas. The Judgment. Okay. It's come out again. If it isn't clear that we are already in an energy shift, it is in place. Well, here's your message. The Judgment is here. Oh, it feels a little bit harsh, I'm not gonna lie. Are you kidding me? 3 major arcanas? The Fool? Wow. The Strength, Judgment, and the Fool. Bruh. Sorry. I'm a millennial. I don't know. I just talk this way. Hope you're not like icked by that. Sheesh. Okay. I feel like I need to pull like a regular card, you know what I mean? Oh, 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Ooh. 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We're ending that. Isn't that where we're off of? We are not trying to go there anymore. These are all... Oh, I put on the left side of the Strength card, so I feel like it's definitely in the past, you know? And I feel like all of these major arcanas does clarify that we are moving forward from that. But you know what? The 9 card, the 9 is an energy of abundance, at least in Eastern numerology and interpretations. It's the number of retaining abundance, not like quick things, not like quick fix things. It's like long-term abundance, just like I guess the 9 of Pentacles, you know? So that really ties in well together. And it's the Wands card, so it's energetic for sure. It's the end of energetic difficulty. Yeah, I'm not making promises, right? At the end of the day, it's your free will, what you choose to do with the newfound power and clarity that you have. So, oop, there we go. 6 of Wands. Oof. Every time I get the Wands cards, I always just feel like there's always some kind of energetic, because, you know, Wands is fire and it's energetic and it's all about the vibe. It is about the energy. It is about the vibe, if it's anything, among the, you know, the suits. 6 of Wands is victory, though. Look at that. Look at that arm. That's victorious. Right now, you're definitely going through major strength surges. It's the 8. And so I sense that it's definitely in the underworld, in the internal of you. These surges of strength. I feel like you feel it throughout the day. You know, like as in, I think majority of the time at this point, you know, we're always going to sense doubt. You know, we're going to feel doubt. many times during the day, but I think right now you're getting surges of strength where you're more informed about your strength and intuition more than you are informed about your doubts and your fears and your lack of clarity. Again, the word clarity is just really popping out. Judgment is here. the way that her hand is like on her shoulder, like, ew, don't touch me. Excuse me, you, whatever the energy is. The energy. It doesn't have to be people, okay? But like, you're like, nope. Again, we're on top of things. We're on top of things right now. Okay. Great. So much power. Trust your judgment. Trust it. The Fool. Again, on top of things. New beginnings, the Fool. I see the Fool is the 10th. Oh, no, of course not. It's the 0 card. Beautiful. It almost gives me energy of the World, which again is like just new beginnings and like starting over, and every day is a new day, you guys. Easier said than felt, obviously, because everything is also cyclical. But I'm getting that you are now, collective, going into this era of like just starting anew every day. You can make new choices, you can experience new things, big or small, you know. That is your free will, and that is your strength at the moment. Because we are moving away from the 9 of Wands. There is so much to look forward to, but she's looking forward. It's the winning season. Oh my gosh, I get that so strong. Like, as in, like, you can't be told. You can't be told what you don't feel you resonate with, what doesn't feel right for you. And you don't have to be super boisterous about it, you know? Like, it just has to be, like, even very internal. The 8. Internally. Just, like, clocking things and being like, you know what? No, not really. But you go do you. And I'm gonna do me right here. With love. As always, with love. Judgment, with love. It's just really trusting your intuition. Starting anew every day. These are big cards. I'm afraid I'm not doing it justice. 3 major arcanas. Collective, I trust that you have insight. So if you have any insight at all, please drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear how these energies are playing out in your life, because I can sense that they're big. You know, when you go through so many things and like you process it by yourself as an introvert would, and then you come out and you speak to friends and people and like you tell them about what's been going on, and it's because you've processed everything. The way you explain things perhaps doesn't seem as urgent, but every time someone's going to say like, damn, that was a lot. Collective, you've been through a lot. What on earth? Like, just very strange things. That's like, when you put them into words, it's like, what? People are doing that? Or like, that stuff is going on in the energies? And like, don't deny what you feel like you've experienced, because your gut tells you and your heart tells you to move away, because otherwise you wouldn't move away, right? You wouldn't have to feel like you need to start new beginnings all the time and be in this energy like you feel trapped where you're not supposed to be. Sometimes you feel like you can sense things that are going to happen a certain way, it's going to go a certain route, a certain path, and so you move away from it, or you try to move away from it, and then they kind of play out. You're that kind of collective. And like you go through so much pain in the process of like trying to say the things that no one wants to hear, so you don't say the things that no one wants to hear, and eventually what happens is you have to move away from the energy. But you always end up being the Six of Wands. You're like, yeah, I think I kind of told you one way or another. People have selective hearing, you know? However that plays out in your life. Romantically, in your romantic relationships, in your family, in your workplace. But you know, you're again coming out victorious. People are going to start trusting your judgment a lot more. I sense that. And all you have to do is kind of just be like strong with your boundaries, explain why you think the way you think, you know, what your process is a little bit. They don't have to get all of it, you know? Let them put two and two together and sit back. Wait for the Fool to keep re entering the mind space of the collectives that you are dealing with, collective. I love that. All right, that's it for tonight. I wish you very well. I'll see you very soon. We're all about trying to be consistent out here, right? With our intuition and into our actions.